Never thought that I would find out we were just lovers.
Hi, I'm Eric. I film on my phone, and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be listening to Niall Horan's Heartbreak Weather. I feel like it's a great album to listen to with the 10-year anniversary of One Direction happening recently. And I listened to it a few months back. I didn't listen to it right when it came out, but I listened to it like a couple months later because I'm a procrastinator. I listened to it and I really liked it so much that I put every song in my playlist, which is rare. Like, so rare and so strange. Like, I mean, that's so good for Niall. Kudos to him. But I don't remember what half the songs sound like. Probably more than half. And it feels really weird for me to be like, yes, top tier album, and then only remember what 4 songs are. So we're going to be refreshing our memory today. It's possible that some songs might not survive this re-listen. There are about 5 albums I can think of that are just like perfectly crafted albums and have no filler, none whatsoever. And so we'll see how well Niall does today. But regardless, his album, I know, is good enough that it got to all amazing marks before. So regardless of what happens, I'm sure his album's still going to be one of my favorites. I also do like Flicker. I think Flicker is a good album. And I think I like all but like one song in it. So it wasn't super surprising that I got all marks on here, but we'll see what happens. Track number 1 is Heartbreak Weather, which is the album title. I can already see myself grooving to this. I like that drop into the chorus. All of my life, it's been heartbreak weather, wondering myself if it won't get better. I like that. Hey. It still fits the sound of like acoustic, but the sound feels very anthemic. Oh, I liked that. When you're with me. So that was Heartbreak Weather, and I really liked it. I forgot the song kind of existed, but it did sound familiar when I listened to it, and I really like it. I think it definitely starts the album off. It's a good opener because it's basically saying all of his life, it's just been heartbreak, but when he's with that person, it doesn't feel like it's heartbreak, and he like kind of forgets that. And I think I really like that. I think it's a pretty simple message. I don't think there's super deep with that other than that one moment. But yeah, I really like it still. Track number 2 is Black and White, a song that I do remember. A little more stripped back. I like how it picks up here. I think this song highlights his voice really well. He has such a warm, masculine voice, and it just highlights, I think, a lot in this song, and especially with a lot of acoustic songs. I like how this upbeatness translates into the verses. I always knew. Wow, sweet. Was that I love you for the rest of my life. I really like his voice here. It's in black and white, so later on a starlit night. I like this minimalism here. I think I kind of wish that there was more of a transition back into the final chorus. That I love you for the rest of my life. So that was Black and White, and I still really like it. It's a really beautiful song. Love that it's black and white about how he sees them so crystal clear, because I feel like with a lot of black and white images, you see the features of people a lot clearer. I also think it might also be a reference to maybe a wedding kind of thing, where, the bride's in white and then the groom is in a tux, so that's black and white. So anyway, just a really pretty song as a whole, and yeah, I still like it. Track number 3 is Dear Patience. I have no idea what this song sounds like. little slower, a little chiller, a little more eyes closed. This sounds like a song that I have heard before, but that's not this song. Say it. Ooh, I like the violins at the end. So that was Dear Patience, and it's pretty patient in how long it takes to listen to it. It's actually not that long of a song, but it just goes very slowly. I think it definitely highlights his voice again really well. He has a great voice, and I think that wasn't highlighted as much during his One Direction days, and I think the sound suits his voice a lot better and really complements it. Seems like with the heartbreak weather that he's endured, he's a little impatient to get to finding his forever person. And so with that, he's asking patience, like, can you hear what my side of the story is? Please help. Please. Track number 4 is Bend the Rules. I don't remember what this sounds like either. Like the percussion at the beginning. This is again another eyes closed song. He really does this. I'm not saying that you're guilty because I don't have any proof. Ooh. On paper you don't break them, but it hurts so bad the way you bend the rules. What is she doing? I'm not saying that you're lying because you're leaving out the truth. Interesting. The way you bend the rules. So that was Bend the Rules, and he really bringing some feelings into it. Seems like his partner or the person that he's with, there's some disconnect in terms of and miscommunication in how their relationship should be or what their relationship is defined as. Like, are they dating? Are they in a committed, exclusive relationship? Sounds like no from what her actions are, but yeah, it seems like he's going through some heartbreak weather again. Track number 5 is Small Talk, and I definitely remember this song. I forget that it starts out really slow like this. Wrong, crazy. I don't really like his use of just calling a woman crazy. I wanted to. Let's skip all the small talk and go straight up to your small talk only gets in the way. I'm glad that he brings this beat into the verse because there's such a shift from the first verse into the chorus. Let ourselves get burned by the fire. Sounds like he catches feelings very easily. Because you know I wanted to. Let's skip all the small talk and go straight up to your room. Oh, I like that ad-lib that he just did there. If you want it, you can have it any way you want it. So that was Small Talk, and I really like that song. I already knew about it. I did forget that it does start really slow, but as soon as the first chorus hits, it's just so fun. It's funky. It's definitely a different Niall than like the Niall of like Bend the Rules, where he's like so like upset that his partner is probably seeing other people. Whereas in Small Talk, he's just like, I don't know, I've just been thinking, wouldn't it be hot if we just hooked up? And then that's what he's talking about. I mean, he's like, I don't even want to have a conversation with you. I just want to like do stuff. I listened to this album for the first time around like a midnight time, like when it's like completely dark out. And so these songs about being like emo, but also these songs about being a little risque, it's like the perfect time of the day to listen to it. I'm listening to it now in the evening now, and It's a little bit less of a vibe, but I still really like it. It's still probably one of my favorites on this album. Track number 6 is Nice to Meet Ya. The lead single, I think it was, and I really like it too. Okay, why is it under 3 minutes though? That's criminal. Morning comes, I know you won't be there. Every time I turn around, you disappear. This is such a different sound than most of what Niall tends to do. You're mine, just follow me, I swear. I'm gonna take you somewhere warm. And some French I don't know. You disappear. Got a love for you. I got a love for you. Does he do those ad-libs? The way you walk, I like the things you wear. I want your number tattooed on my arm in ink, I swear. Cause when the morning comes, I know you won't be there. Every time I turn around, you disappear. Was this song ever played in like a club? Because it kind of feels like that, but it's very acoustic at the same time. A little guitar-y, more funky than I feel like the EDM that they usually play. I really like his SNL performance of this. So that was Nice to Meet Ya. And I still really like that song. I've always liked it since I first heard it. It's such a cool sound for Niall to explore. And I thought this album was going to explore a little bit more than I think it ended up doing. But like Small Talk and Nice to Meet Ya, I'm glad that they're next to each other because they're very similar songs. And it sounds like the Small Talk that he skipped may have inhibited his ability to keep this person around, unfortunately. Track number 7 is Put a Little Love on Me. It's a song I've heard. I know it's a good piano ballad, which I do love piano so much. Put a little love on me. Put a little love on me. Only one I need. So put a little love on me. I know the song is very eyes closed. This album is very eyes closed. I'm sorry. It's this acoustic sound. It really does it to me. Put a little love on me. So that was Put a Little Love on Me. And I have to say, I like it better than I thought I would. I thought if I was going to cut any song, from what I remember, I was like, oh, it's going to be a Put a Little Love on Me. Because I didn't really get into it normally. But I think it's one of those songs that you always think, oh, I'll skip this. But then if it comes on, it's one of those songs that you might not turn. And I don't know, it hits a little different. And I think it has a value in this album, especially after the Small Talk, Nice to Meet Ya. Because I think it's almost like all this hookup and like quick talk at romance or other kinds of relations. It sounds like it all comes to a head with Put a Little Love on Me, and that he's like, they may come, but they never stay. And I think the song sounds like it's written not about someone that he knows. It sounds like he's speaking to his future partner and being like, I hope you show up in my life soon. I have to sit with this one. Hopefully through editing, I'll get some more feeling. But I've heard the song a few times now, and I still don't know how I feel about it. Track number 8 is Arms of a Stranger. Ooh. I like the vocal effect that's on his voice right now. I like the percussive beat there. Oh, I like this pre-chorus. In the arms of a stranger. Oh, I love this transition to the chorus. I remember the chorus a little bit of the song, but I forgot that it transitions like that. It transitions so well. This song feels very thought out. He and whoever has helped produce this album for him, they are really good at including the percussion in that second verse that was started in either the pre-chorus or the chorus. And I think some artists should learn from that. His voice is crystal clear here, and it works wonders for him. This chorus has a really interesting format because it has downbeats and then goes into the runs. And in the arms of a stranger, over you, I mean with nothing. Oh, I like how he leaves us with nothing at the end. That was Arms of a Stranger, and I really like that song. I think it's a nice song to just chill with. I think this is the first one in which I think I like it better during the day rather than the night. It feels like almost like a road trip kind of song. The chorus just sounds like sunshine to me, honestly. Even though it's like sad lyrics, but like the instrumentation of it sounds really just like chill, like we're just vibing. I really like it. I also like it. Poor Niall. He's now like, yo, this hope for our long-term relationship ain't working out. I'm still not over you. Let's just be with another person. Track number 9 is Everywhere. What does it mean by an island without waves? I like this new percussive beat. Oh, this feels like I'm running. Almost like Black and White. Everywhere I go. Oh, I like that drop. Went real minimalist real quick. Your mother thinks I'm the best for you. Period. We love Niall being savage. Everywhere I go, I think I'm all alone. So that was Everywhere, and I really liked it. It's just a fun little number, really. It's a little short for me, but when you say, oh, the song's too short, that means you know it's like kind of good. So I think this song's message kind of goes with Arms of a Stranger. He can't outrun his former flame, which is unfortunate for him. Track number 10 is Cross Your Mind. Oh, I don't remember those. There's so much interesting stuff at the beginning. What kind of Since We're Alone 2.0 is this? Since We're Alone is probably my favorite song on Flickr. Ooh, do you hear that bass in it? This is groovy as heck. The eyes are closed again. Doesn't even cross your mind how much you're hurting him? Poor thing. Ooh, I like this part here. I like how he puts different stressing on his vocals. When you don't come back tomorrow, at least you came tonight. Aw. But also, ooh. Double entendre. I like that don't hold back part. He's like king of ad-libs. And it doesn't even cross your mind. Ooh, I like the muffling part there. Kind of flickers out. That was Cross Your Mind, and I forgot this track existed. But it's really like a Since We're Alone 2.0 in terms of the instrumentation. It has a completely different message, but I still really like it. It feels like the message of the song goes with an earlier part of the album rather than right here, but I kind of appreciate it being here because I think it wakes me up a little bit more. Not that I dislike the previous songs, but they were a lot slower than this Cross Your Mind, so I appreciate that. Track number 11 is New Angel. Feel like I'm at a beach. Like I'm visualizing that in my head. The touch of someone else to save me from myself. Oh. This also feels like it's a future lover, not someone that he knows. My eyes are closed. And she's still running wild, like in Cross Your Mind. And Bend the Rules. You walked in like a vision. I like that line. Bit like a daydream, call it what you want. New Angel. I like that drop into this chorus. And that second line of vocals. In my mind, new angel. Ooh, angel. So that was a New Angel, and I really liked that. It went back to a little bit more of a chill vibe, so I guess that Cross Your Mind kind of like picked you up just so that you can get back into it and not feel like you're just having a wall of listening to similar stuff. I really like it still. It has a very similar message of Cross Your Mind, except for it feels like he's further along in the process of New Angel, where he's like, yeah, I'm not still trying to be with this person, but I do need to find a new angel because this one is not really an angel to me. The instrumentation at the beginning and also the end sounds very similar to No Judgment, which is the next song that we're going to be listening to. See, this sounds very similar to New Angel at the beginning. This is definitely a chill song. I would say even like a backyard beach summer thing, but not like a giant party, like a chill hangout of like 5 people and maybe your crush is there. You don't have to give me a warning that you're gonna leave. I think he's really accepted that. From anyone else, you don't have to prove nothing. You can just be yourself. When you're with me, no judgment. We can get that from everyone else. We don't have to prove nothing. When you're with me, no judgment. I originally didn't like this song, and I think I just was not in the right mood for it. And now I think it's one of my favorites off of this album, especially one of the more acoustic ones. With me, no judgment. So that was No Judgment. I really like the song. I think it's nice and chill. It's relaxed, but there's still a lot more instrumentation than maybe like Put a Little Love on Me on it. And I really like the message. It's that when you're with a partner, you can break down a lot of the walls that you put up to the world and how you change the way others perceive you because you change your behavior in order to accommodate them. And he's saying, yo, I don't really care what she thinks of him or what he thinks of her. And I guess that's the benefit that he sees in having a no strings attached relationship that he's talking about here. I think the song is very romantic, even though it is about a person that doesn't have any level of commitment. But I think if you're in a committed relationship, hopefully you're able to be yourself with that person. And I think that's the goal, is that you can be as honest with the one person that you're in a relationship with that you are when you're just by yourself. And I think that's pretty beautiful. I feel like this is the other version of Since We're Alone 2.0, where it's not sonically the same, but it's very much the message of it is that since we're alone, you can show me your heart. And I think I like that callback that he's kind of making to his previous album. Track number 13 is San Francisco. Very chill, very chill. Again. Ooh, I like that drop into a more full chorus. I like his lyrics on this and how he delivers them. Take me back. Let's go. What we had never last, but I can't let go. That's depressing. So that was San Francisco, and that was a nice, calm track. It's very heartbreaking, pun intended, I guess. It is just so heartbreaking that he's so hung up on this person, and he's like taking back to this good time in San Francisco, even though he knows that the relationship wouldn't last and that it shouldn't last. It was not good for him. It didn't seem like a very reciprocating relationship, so that's not what he deserves, really, based on how I'm listening to this album. He has a big heart, and it sounds like it's getting stomped on or ignored or neglected. This song also makes me think a little bit of Taylor Swift's Folklore. I did a reaction on that, so you can check that out. It makes me think that when Taylor Swift's Loverfest gets rescheduled to 2021, it said on the website Taylor Swift and Friends, and I know that she's had Niall Horan come perform at concerts of hers before, and this album feels like songs that would be perfect to be played alongside like Folklore. Was he originally going to be playing at her concerts this year? Who knows? Track number 14, last track on this album, Still. And it is the only track that is over 4 minutes. So get ready for a nice slow song, I'm assuming. I don't remember what it sounds like. I really like that you can tell that this guitar is live because of the string sounds. It's very clear here, and it's clear in a lot of his other songs too. This feels almost like completely live recording. Not with a crowd or anything, but it sounds very much like he could be across the room and I could be listening to him. There's some ambiance or atmospheric about it. Shooting for the Stars, like the Starlit Night in black and white. I see his connections. This album is very cohesive. I really like that. Ooh! That pounding. Oh, it syncopated it a little bit. And those drums sound very live. Like, I know that you can fit them in a studio to make them feel more live rather than just a really tight sound. But this sounds very like he's in this big empty room by himself and just playing it. It sounds so good. Ooh, this is tasteful whistling. I'm typically not a fan of whistling in songs, but since it's like the end of the album also, and just like a chill one with some nice guitar in the back, it's like, okay. So that was Still, and what a closer. A nice song to just end this album. It's a very chill album with not chill lyrics. I feel like that's kind of the vibe that he's going for right here, is that like in the album cover, you can see him, he's just standing on a chair and he's like, this is fine. But then you look in the background and there's a giant freaking cloud that could toss him over any minute. And I think I just figured out what the album cover. I don't think I got that before. It's really, really, really pretty, this last song, Still. It feels so live. I kept talking about it and took a sound class this semester, like about how people make a song tie to a location or tie to a certain genre or style. And he did that really well in this song. With all of that, we now have finished this album. And I really like it still. I don't know if there are tracks I'm cutting. Honestly, I still really enjoyed the experience. There are definitely some standout tracks, sure. And there are songs that sound really similar. And there are songs that I just listen to that I can't really tell you exactly what it sounds like. But it's still a very cohesive album. I think because it's so cohesive that it's tricky at times to remember what songs are which. But I think as I dive into this album a little bit more, I'll be able to notice those differences and pick out which ones are my favorites. So with that, here is my list. There's the top tier, which are absolute faves. Then there's the middle tier, which are songs that I like. And then there's the bottom tier, which are maybe songs that I either need to listen to more or they're just not my thing. And, you know, we're all entitled to our own opinions. But yeah, the top two would be songs that I keep in my playlist. Yeah, I really like Niall's music. I think I've discovered that this year. I feel like this year is just a good year for indie music. I don't know if it's just because of the situation we're now in, or if it's just that year. I know I released a song on January 1st that was very acoustic. I feel like the two genres that I'm getting the most of this year is like future dance pop kind of stuff, like Future Nostalgia and Chromatica, and then this acoustic sound like Folklore and Punisher. And it's just so interesting to realize that we have these two completely different sounds that are just here. And they're both doing really well, and people are liking both a lot. In terms of Niall himself, I would say I wasn't a like One Direction kid like 10 years ago. But when my friends who were One Direction stans, I don't remember what y'all are called. Basically, they would ask me over and over, yo, which one is your favorite? And I think I had to say Niall. I just feel like he seems much more personal, at least at the time. I would say like Harry and Louis and even Zayn now are a lot more personal. But I feel like during the time of One Direction, if I saw like Niall in a music video, he felt different than the others. It just felt like he was this like warm guy who just wanted to be in a relationship where he could treat someone right and they could treat him right. And you know, I'm a sucker for that romantic energy. So yeah, I think Niall is my favorite. I like most of their music now, like all the other One Direction members. So we'll see. I don't know if they're getting a reunion, but if you want me to listen to any other members of the One Direction or One Direction's music itself, I'm more than happy to make that a reaction or a listen. With that, we come to the conclusion of this video. So please like this video if you like it. Please comment down below with what you'd like to see next from me. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already and you'd like to be. And thanks for watching. This is TurtleStormer. Catch you later.
It's storming turtles from out of the sky. Turtles don't need to know why. Just smile big, open your eyes. It's storming turtles.